Hello, welcome to Connie Talk, and this is Connie Leung. Today, we're delighted to invite Professor Anna Chen from HKAPA to share with us the insights on performing arts in Hong Kong. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, Connie.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Professor Anna C.Y. Chen is a leader with a combination of artistic excellence, extensive management experience, as well as vast industry network. Having dedicated 35 years to advancing the performing arts and arts education, her leadership could be illustrated by her impact on the global performing arts landscape. From 2014 to 2018, she was the inaugural head of dance at the performing arts at the West Kowloon Cultural District Authority. Since then, she has taken up the role as the Dean of the School of Dance at the Hong Kong Academy of Performing Arts. She's currently the Academy Director. Wow, very diversified type of background, and I'm sure you dance very well.
Dance is always my passion.
So you began your journey as a professional dancer. Can you tell us about the moment you knew the performing arts would define your life? Like, why would you choose to make it as your career?
Doing dance, I actually become a better person.
Ooh,
it transformed me to understand the world in a different way.
Right.
And then I really want to use that sort of sensation or feeling and knowledge to actually understand the world and also become part of my future career. And that's the moment. I remember there was the moment when I was like 14. Ooh. I really think, oh, it's different. Because everyone was telling me, you look different. I speak different. I think differently. And that means I become a better person. And I think the artist should be a different person as well.
As director of HKAPA, how do you balance tradition and innovation in performing arts education?
Tradition is very important. So, for example, I started with classical ballet.
Yes.
I really need to understand the form, the values, the culture, because those traditions is actually the root of art.
Yes. That's how you develop from
exactly.
there. Yeah.
Because there's the tradition is actually generations of knowledge accumulated by different artists.
Yes.
So therefore, it becomes a strongest root. I always talk to my students, when they want to innovate, they must have a very solid ground tradition. Because tradition is also the language. Because by understanding language, the structure, the rhythm, the aesthetic and everything, then we can actually start to flourish and think about what is the next development of this tradition.
Right.
So if it is only innovation for the sake of innovation, perhaps it may be too superficial.
Yeah, so how do you see the role of performing arts evolving in a, well, as we said, thinking out of the box and AI-driven world?
I think AI is important. I never reject AI. Yeah. AI is
we have to live with it.
We have to, and AI will make our life much easier. We encourage our students to actually embrace it. Embrace it as a partner, embrace it as a tool, so that the creativity can expand in a different speed, in a different dynamic. But they must base on the knowledge of the tradition first.
Yes,
otherwise, it can become a different hallucinations.
Yeah, go out of whack.
Go out of where, and then the young people, if they don't have a very rich understanding of the form itself, and the development through the AI may be off track into somewhere else. However, if they have very good understanding, AI can actually expand the possibility, helping them as a tools to expand the possibility into different domains, different areas, and even creating a different kind of experience for the audience or for participants to enjoy the art made by the artist.
In recent years, many young people in Hong Kong are looking for creative pathways beyond traditional academic routes. So how does HKAPA support students in turning their artistic passion into a sustainable career?
I just mentioned that our students, they need to have a very strong rooted knowledge in the traditions in the first few years of education. And then in the last several years, we'll actually expand their horizon by offering a lot of exchange programs, also offering a lot of different kinds of interdisciplinary collaboration.
In exchange program to which countries?
To many countries around the world.
Really?
Yeah, so we already have almost a dozens of universities university that has a kind of a collaboration exchange partnership with us.
Right.
Yeah, and also with the mainland's
Right.
institution as well. But I think this is very important for the future generation of artists. I'm not saying just with the APA. APA is doing what we have to do, but
Right.
being an artist, that for the next generation, it is important that they need to think out of the box
Yes,
in
for
this
sure.
very new technological advancement world now.
What advice would you offer to secondary school students or parents who are still hesitant about pursuing performing arts as a full-time profession, just like what we mentioned earlier?
Which is like, I hope I'm a good role model
You are.
for parents to think about the career options.
Yeah.
I have been talking to a lot of parents. Being a parent myself, I talk to my kids as well. A lot of professionals, sort of traditional career with the AI world, you might have to rethink again because a lot of jobs possibly can be replaced by AI. I share with a lot of parents, and there was a study by the World Economic Forum many years ago. They looked at the AI development, technological advancement. What are the top 10 career for the future? Guess what I found? Choreographer, creative artist.
Oh.
Is in the top 10 because we're talking about humanity. We're talking about human connections here. We're talking about people. And that's very essential to a human-dominated world here now, right? And that can never, ever be replaced by AI or by robots.
It's the human interactiveness. How can that be replaced?
Exactly.
Right?
And even you're interacting with the robot, you still need the human to sort of train the robot in order to get that kind of body skills, knowledge, intelligence.
Right.
So that's why I keep on saying to the parent, think about the future of your kids. If they are skilled, if they are passionate, and if they have talent in performing arts, why not let them give them a chance?
Yes, yes. So how does APA help graduate students transition into the professional world, whether locally, regionally, or internationally?
The transition is always very seamless because, as I mentioned, we already integrate a lot of industry partnership,
Yes.
Internships for our students.
For example, what type of organizations?
So, for example, we have several internships agreement with the Hong Kong Ballet, Hong Kong Dance Company, City Contemporary Dance Company.
I see.
There's several other drama, Hong Kong Rap, and also the Sinfonietta, Chinese orchestra, and other medium-sized company in Hong Kong as well as mainlands and also overseas. So this internship partnership agreement that we have signed is offering opportunities for our students to actually really gain the real world, professional world practices. So when they graduate, sometimes they will already get a job immediately, or they actually know how to interact in the industry. So this is one. And secondly is we also offer a lot of career talk for our students to expand into different areas. And a lot of our graduates, they may be not the frontline performer, because we also trained, nurture a lot of creative talents behind the scenes, such as lighting designers, sound designers, stage managers.
That's very important.
Set and costume design and everything. And they actually get a very good career into the entertainment industries.
You have worked extensively across Asia, Europe, and also the Americas. How do you see cross-cultural collaboration can enrich performing arts?
Oh, I love all these years. I'm able to travel around and work with different cultures. I think it's important, and particular performing arts is a bridge to connect understanding,
Yes,
to
for
connect
sure.
different culture, and to connect by understanding with empathy and also meanings. Yeah. So because I think through arts is a softer way for mutual understanding. So imagine if it is a performance on stage with different culture together. It's not just about a fusion of different cultures together and then put it on stage. It's actually, it has to go through a very deep understanding dialogue with the artists themselves.
With more interaction type.
Absolutely.
So how important is for young artists to develop a global mindset, and how does the academy cultivate that in its training, like drawing from your own experience?
Cultural mindset is something that you can't really force a youngster people to
Yeah.
immediately get it. It has to be daily
Yeah.
daily of exposure.
Yeah.
So I just mentioned that in the APA we have almost like staff and students from 30 different countries.
Right.
So therefore, there's already the daily practice that they have to interact with different people from all walks of life.
Right.
So this is one. Second is also we offer a lot of opportunities for them to appreciate different art form.
Yes.
So through the appreciation aspect, they also will create a global mindset.
Right. So what role do you think performing arts education in Hong Kong plays in a broader GBA, Greater Bay Area development, and also regional cultural exchange?
The Hong Kong Academy for Performing Arts will eventually have a second campus in the Northern Metropolis area.
Oh, that would be so impressive.
Yeah, and then which is much closer to the Greater Bay Belt area as well. And therefore, it's really our mission and visions to anchor strongly within the Greater Bay Area and become a cultural hub.
Yes.
Become a exchange center.
Right.
And I also want APA to become a innovative hub for performing arts.
Wow, this has been a very good interactive discussion. I very much appreciate your sharing.
Thank
so
you,
at the end of this interview, like to share with our audience, if you could define your legacy in one sentence, what would it be? So you can look at our audience and share with them accordingly.
Bridging the tradition and innovation to foster empathy, understanding, and shared humanity through cross-cultural creative expression.
Wow, the word cross-cultural creative expression is very important. That basically sums up the whole interview, and your vision and also what you have done is great. We very much appreciate that. So to develop some more good art performing talents for Hong Kong and also for GBA and even for Greater China, it's great. So very much appreciate that.
Thank you, Connie.
And thank you so much for accepting our interview. That's much appreciated.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. So we'll be having more interesting speakers and interviewees for us at Connie Talk. So please stay tuned to our show. And until then, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.